I hit the go live button.
And we are live Monday night, the PMS
the
show,
Paul
the
Show.
Paul Murray Show. What's up, Paul? How you doing there, John?
Good, man. How are you? How's it hanging in the city with everything?
Well, I'm surviving here. You know, like I said, I don't go out much at all. I mean, I went a couple of times to fly and get groceries and stuff like that, but I'm not out there.
Yeah,
I'm not out there running around.
that makes sense.
I stay in. I stay in until this thing is no longer, the way it is.
In the city with it.
Hello, Lenny.
How you doing, Lynn? I'll be in the house.
Yeah, well, we got the chance to experience in our lifetime what it feels like to be a shut-in.
Yes.
Well, it's rough, but it wasn't so bad.
I think there's a lot of us that are used to being inside a lot anyway on our devices, so it wasn't as bad. Think about how bad the outbreak of the Spanish flu was. My goodness, everyone was inside. They had no electronic devices or nothing.
Sure. Lawrence is here joining us.
Oh, cool.
That's only because I looked at it and said, "Oh wow, it's 5 o'clock."
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I was. Show.
I would hope they'd get a little bit more enthusiasm than, oh wow.
No, I was in the middle of talking to my mom's. My mom's got home today. So.
Oh, how's she doing?
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good. She's sounding a lot better and stronger. Now let's just hope she's going to do what she has to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a horse drink water when they're not thirsty.
That's it. That's it exactly. Well,
Easy drone dude, what's up?
I know everybody's be thinking of her.
Well, I appreciate it, but I'm here now.
Easy drone dude, how you doing?
And that's all that matters. Everyone's doing well. What's up, John Coopy?
Hey, I'm doing good, thanks. I'm glad to hear that about your mom as well. I was just sitting here working on this little guy.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell she's almost better. She hasn't cursed me out yet. So when she
wants to know how you're feeling today.
When she sends me to hell, then I know she's feeling better because she always says go to hell.
You go to hell, huh?
She doesn't curse, so she just condemns you to hell.
You say, Paul, people were asking about me?
Yeah, Lynn wanted to know how you're doing.
My wife just said sometimes I need to be condemned to hell.
Oh, Lynn, thanks for asking. No, I'm actually doing a lot better. Don't worry about me. Lip's going down. If anything, it just feels like I bit my lip real hard eating something now. That's the point we're at. So,
John, just be careful. Don't let the wife slap you on that side of the face. Tell her over here is fine, but not there.
Mm-hmm. Set my healing back another week.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, if you see a bright flash when you were sleeping, you got slapped.
And he's speaking from experience, John.
Yeah, if you in the dark and you see a bright flash, usually that's an attack.
Hey, at least I can buy drones and not get slapped. So there's that. I just get slapped for other things.
Yep.
I just get slapped for other things.
Paul.
Yes, sir.
How come I cannot see your account? I'm at Google. I'm at YouTube. I know I see this live stream, but I just searched by name and could not find you.
I've noticed that searches are really screwed up. I usually, if I want to look for like Canadian Drone Hub, I have to spell the whole friggin' thing out.
Oh, now see me, I just put the letter C because he's the only show with the letter C that I go to.
Now, within the last week, it's got all this other stuff in there in mine.
So what's the topic tonight, Paul?
That's odd, Paul.
Well, the topic is one, survival. The other one is that, what does everybody expect DJI is now, the rumors are hot and heavy that they're coming out with a Mavic 3.
Nah.
That's the rumor.
Yeah, well,
That's the rumor.
Stop.
That's one of the,
That's
one of the
been the
guys-
rumor.
one of the
Stop.
guys that used to be on Drone DJ
Mhm,
now went on his own,
mhm,
did a whole diatribe this afternoon on Drone U about it.
mhm. Okay.
That's why I was kind of, I sent a link to Sean.
No, I had the video, but I didn't. It came up, but I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just send Haya a message and ask him.
And they're also talking about the M300 is going to be like 30% more expensive than the 200 and the.
Now I saw that.
It's going to be a Matrice 300.
You saw that? Did you see it, Lawrence?
No, I didn't, but it's going to be I saw something saying some new talk about the Matrice 300 has a new system.
Yep.
Something to that effect. But until I see it, I won't
I'm
believe it.
surprised you didn't get the tweet on Twitter.
I probably do. It's just I look at my phone so much. Sometimes I selectively block stuff out. It's getting to the point now. Now they're playing with my intelligence. You know.
What do you guys think of the idea that this might be the last of the Mavic line?
Hey,
Let's go with
Dennis.
that theory.
Well, that I believe.
That's the other
Just
side.
just like they discontinued the Phantom body series, the Mavic has played itself out.
You know what? DJI has never confirmed on either of those two things.
Yeah. Of
So
course.
until they do,
Yeah, because they're still selling the Phantoms.
Exactly. But they have all copyrights internationally on that cookie cutter shape.
Yep.
they never confirmed on either of those two things. So I don't know. I won't say until then. You know, I understand what I was hearing about the things that were proposed in those regulations on manufacturing. And I just can't see how you can dumb down the quality of the material to make these things fly yet.
Well,
You
and
know?
that's the other concern too. You know, as you guys know, I did order the Mavic Air 2. And what over on Drone U they were talking about was the Mavic Air 2.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Dennis Lovelady. Unless that's Drone Bum.
And how since it doesn't have the dual sensors, you know, the compass and all of that kind of stuff, that it could be fine, but there's that little gap because why don't you have a backup, you know?
I don't understand what you mean. I know it
Well,
doesn't.
you know, in the Mavic 2s, you have two compasses, redundancy. You got two GPS, all that stuff.
Right.
Well, in the Mavic Air 2, they only have one of each.
For the size of the bird and for price, you're only going to get one.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to go with. Not so much the size, but the price.
Yep.
You know, if you for that you.
Yeah, I don't see
You
it as
want
a
to
problem
keep the
because
cost down.
I never had a problem, but
I
just don't, you know, knock on wood.
You know what? It's funny though that you mentioned that. You've had magnetic interference issues, right?
Yeah, with the Inspires, yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying you've been in places where your drone would have detected, even with the redundancy on the compass and the IMU, you still
had
so
it.
I'm just wondering at what point does the redundancy actually kick in and say, well, you know what, let me just do this anyway because this one over here said this, let the other one kick in, or are they using both of them simultaneously?
Exactly. And see, you're exactly right. And the other thing too is, I don't know because I've never experienced it, but if you have a situation where the redundancy first parts failed and the second part took over. I
Mhm.
don't know of any screen information or any
You
logging.
probably wouldn't notice that. That would be probably documented in logs,
I
only
don't even
because
see it.
you're supposed to see seamless transmission and seamless flying. So, and in fact, I'm pretty sure that the system is not a diversity system, meaning when one gets a weak signal, the other one kicks in, because
Right.
that would be a massive drain on power. But if you have it as a GPS as a redundancy, okay, this GP goes out, this one kicks in. I could see that more so, but as an actual working like a diversity in FPV drones, that would bring the price up a lot more
But
Sure.
see
to
that,
have both systems active.
but I don't even experience that happening. When you calibrate, you calibrate. When it
Yep.
says you need to calibrate, it needs to calibrate. It calibrate both.
Right.
Yep.
Even when I was flying and I had to when I was flying over at Five Islands Park,
Yeah.
when my GPS modular went out, what happened? GPS was out.
Yeah.
There was
And
no
he-
let's kick over to the other.
Yeah. Yeah. GPS was totally out, and he had to fly in. He had to fly in back manually. Fortunately, he didn't panic. And when he did come in a little hot,
Know
though,
how to fly
he
anyway. When it
he
was
did come in a
windy.
little hot. Because you're so used to GPS stopping you when you let go, and it did grind to a slow stop. But he came in hot though, like something was chasing him.
Hey, Lawrence, I noticed that last video you did down by the beach was really interesting. I didn't see the
Not one.
influx-
I did one flip, but
Oh, yeah, I saw that, but I couldn't tell if that was intentional or unintentional. But anyway,
No trees allowed.
what I saw a complete stark difference between your beaches and the beaches in California and down south and everything else, where there's just mobs of people.
oh, you know why? Because here in New York, you can get into. Didn't you see that cop beat that kid down on the news? A New
No.
York City police officer and his boys were breaking up a group of 3 gentlemen.
Mhm.
2 gentlemen got on Rowley and said, "We're not breaking up, we're bros." And the 2 police officers went after them. The third guy backed away from them, and the police officer was like, back away, while we arrest your 2 buddies. And he said, "F you, I'm not backing away. Those are my friends." And the police officer pulled out his taser and said, "If you don't back away, I'm gonna tase you behind." So the dude got into a fighting stance, and the cop ran up on him and grabbed him by his arm and somehow got him on the ground. And while he was on the ground, which was unnecessary, the cop
Tased
took
him?
a swing at his head
Oh,
and missed and punched him in the arm. But now the cop is home on leave with pay.
administrative leave. Yeah.
Administrative leave, yeah. So you can mess around if you want here in New York. I mentioned it on last night's show. I've heard people say, "I'll stab you if you don't get
What's
away
up,
from
Big
me."
Mac?
On the street, huh?
No, that was in the store.
In the
It's
store.
just-
Get away from me, huh?
Yeah. People are
wow.
not having it. And if you stand too close next to someone, like I was in a post office, which by the way, Tim Jackson, I mailed out the package to Tim Jackson. He wanted me to send it to his son in Tennessee. Thank God he did, because I mailed out the goggles that Herman gave me for feet on the ground. Guess how much for a box this big, this high, it costs to ship out to Australia, and more so South Australia, because it's like going into another continent. That's how far south it is.
$75.
Huh?
He could have
75.
Try again.
More?
bought goggles.
Try again.
110.
Try again.
Paul, it cost me $20. It cost me $25 to ship an action camera to somebody in Perth, West Australia.
Okay, check this
So-
out. Because they're in South Australia, which is a completely zip code on its own, the guy was going to try DHL, but DHL was not delivering to South Australia, so he had to go to FedEx, which, by the way, was the same price he quoted me, but UPS was charging $208. He got it on FedEx for $185. and with tax, it came to $192. So I took a picture of the receipt and the bill and everything and the tracking number, and I sent him a picture. He said pay for it, and he'll send me the cash. We have done transactions like that before, so all I have to do is wait for it to get there. And then what's messed up is once it gets in the country, which is hard for me to tell it's over there, he has to contact FedEx and give FedEx his home phone number, or they will not deliver it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
unreal, man.
That kind of money, they should be calling him.
Yeah, it should
Calling
be
him,
delivered in a limousine.
they should walk it out on a red carpet and give him a glass of champagne for that
That's
price.
right.
But he told me to send him a copy of the bill and a copy of the tracking number. So now, and what's better is only because FedEx is like this, you can register at FedEx and track it every bit of the way internationally as well. My problem is
You can or he can.
I am never, ever, ever, ever send anything outside the United States again. And if he wasn't a good friend and I knew if I was worried about him giving me the money back, I wouldn't have sent it. But I'm just glad Tim Jackson decided to, because that would have been a pretty steep.
Oh yeah. Because I remember I told you I sent a little battery cover, just thin and about this big, to a guy in New Zealand, and it was like $48.
Yeah, for a little piece of plastic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't buy it for less than 75.
Well, see, that's just it. With these goggles that we sent over there, here in the United States,
right,
they're
man.
$40, $50, but over there in Australia, they're still asking $200, $250 for them.
That's what he paying for them.
Yeah, that's what he's paying. You're right. He's literally paying $250 for them.
Yeah,
So,
dude. Yeah, the Mavic Air 2, both the Fly More bundle and just the regular, they easily cost over 100
you guys
USD
have fun.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt's going
For
to
people-
IKEA Park.
It's Airy Basic.
Big Matt.
All right, Dennis, love lady. Or is that Denise?
It's
Lovely.
Dennis.
It's
Dennis.
Dennis.
Lovelady.
That's Paul's wife, right? I'm thinking.
No. That's Dennis Lovelady. He's the one that does the morning sunrises and stuff.
With Drone Bomb.
With Philly and Drone Bomb and all them guys. Yep.
Okay.
Big Matt, you fly safe, buddy. Yeah, the cost of things. Well, right now, gas went down. I don't know what you guys are paying in New York, but it was down like to $1.50 a gallon here.
No,
now it's on its way back up.
I've seen it like 140.
Yep.
Here.
The problem is that once people start driving again, it'll go.
Yep.
It'll go up.
Yep.
Yeah, but they should have a damn surplus by now.
No, because what they do, if you check it out, what they do is they cut production to keep the price at a certain
Level.
point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they even whether they have surplus or not, because we got oil. So they cut the production. That's all the time, even on the whole process throughout the whole chain of the process of creating gasoline. They do that.
Well, they probably have several floors of staff that just figure out what the projected usage is going forward,
Mm-hmm.
And then they just call down to the refinery and say, keep putting it in the tanks, keep putting it in the tanks, keep putting
Well, it's all good. I mean,
even when people start driving again, they'll still do it.
the Fly Less bundle went out this morning, and the goggles are on their way to the border or whatever. However, FedEx is going to get it out of here.
Big Mac's going to go out and fly using his new iPad.
Okay.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
Big Matt.
Very nice. I heard those new iPads, they've got good, nit rating for the sunlight.
Mhm.
Brighter.
I got an iPad mini. I got an iPad Mini 4, which is really old, and it's great and all, but in sunlight, forget it. You really can't see. You've got to get to some shade.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because it's a beautiful tablet. It works great on
Robert
my
Morton's
Mavic
in the
Pro.
house. He says, "Hey, Paul, dinner time."
What's for dinner, Paul?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
At this rate, that's 2 hours away,
What?
But
Well, a little over an hour and a half. So what you got there, John?
Oh, I'm just sorting through sorting through a whole bunch of batteries. I've been just dropping them down to storage charge because I don't know when I'm going to get out to fly again.
Okay.
We got rain for days, so I always take stock of my batteries because we don't, they don't automatically discharge by themselves.
Right.
And if you leave them too long, they'll be all puffier than the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
So if you don't drain them, they get puffy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you have a half, I think it's 3/4 charge or more, and you leave it sitting in a corner somewhere, it just decides to turn into a balloon.
Puffs up.
Yeah, eventually, and even if it doesn't puff up, you're still hurting the battery.
Yeah, there's cell degradation.
There's like a point something percent cell degrading per week, depending on the C rating of the battery and a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me where I didn't put it in a storage mode over the winter. And when I went to charge it, it just, on the charger, was just beep, 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 beep. Come to find out, one of the cells had completely died out.
Yep. So it kind of sucks. I mean, there's the more batteries you have, the more maintenance you have to think about after you're done flying.
You got to rotate them.
Yeah.
Big Matt says Micro Center is hard to get your stuff because of Cinco de Mayo virus.
That's right. Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo. Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yep. So tomorrow's the day you have to wear a sombrero all day, and you have to have tacos and burritos and nachos.
If you say so, Paul.
And buckling over with heartburn later on.
Yep. And you're
farting from the beans.
Yep. You're blasting air to everybody.
I can't do too much of that.
Yeah, all of the cool stuff. All of the cool stuff that comes along with being drunk and smelling like cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. I'm just saying. Oh, wait a minute. I could actually add a video.
To where?
Let's see. Aha.
Add a video to where?
Add video. Go here. No, not there. Go here. Completed videos.
Where are you adding it to?
To my background.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Here we go. Choose another video. Exceeds allowed resolution. La-la-di-da. I need low resolution to play a video there? Okay. Let's try something in 2.7 at 60. Interesting. That's kind of messed up. It won't take my video. It only takes 1080p. Oh, Zoom, you suck. You could play anything, literally anything on Skype.
What happened now? What are you trying to do?
I was trying to play a video, but in the background, I was trying to do one of Justin's numbers. And
he's saying
I don't have anything 1080p in my computer.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh,
that sucks. I guess that's a sign. That's a sign of the times, then, huh? When you don't have anything 1080p in your picture.
Yeah, it used to be in the day. That's what everybody was dying to have 1080p.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Well, how'd you do it before though? Or you never had the?
I never ran it in the background. I always use on the wheel thingy, OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I cheat and use OBS.
I got you.
Oh boy, it's my lucky day on this pack. It's a 4-cell pack, but the battery charger is reporting it as a 3-cell. So there's a problem with this one. And I put it away right, so I don't know what's going on with this one.
Wow.
That's not good, man.
Nope. I'm gonna try a trick that I normally use to
Get it out the house.
restore cells when they're not being seen. You guys hear of the NIMH charge trick to
No.
get cells to come back?
No.
All right, I'll show you. So this is what you do,
Listen,
of course.
hold on before you finish. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of anyone on the panel that may or may not blow up.
Yeah.
That's right, and you do this at your own risk.
Do not try this at home, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Yes, even though I'm trying it at home. So if you have a battery and the charger is not reading, this is our situation here. Okay. Let me plug this in. Okay, so we've got a cell down. You're gonna want to go to, since you can't charge it, since it won't see it. I'm gonna try to charge it as a 4-cell battery. It's gonna say abnormal connection, but it will allow it to charge if you change to NIMH instead of LiPo. See that?
Get out of here.
Yeah, so we'll let it charge, but you have to be careful with this. You're gonna want to set the current all the way down to something like 0.1, 0.2 amps.
And
Now,
why
if
is that? What's the true amp of the battery?
It really doesn't matter. I'm just using it to charge as slowly as possible. And sometimes they won't let you do it, but let's see. Okay, so now the charge started. It's really slow. It's just putting power in through this main line.
It's a trickle down charge.
Yeah, to see if we can get the cell that's dead to wake up. Now, even if I get it back working, I know the cell has some damage, but okay, so now we just jumped to 13 volts. Okay, so let's stop it and see.
If you switch back to the right one?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can switch back to the right one.
Or if John Coopy ducks down and goes, grenade.
All right. All right, let's plug it in. Oh, look, it came back. You see that? This
now
cell
you have four. Now you have
now
4 cells.
I got the 4 cells. So now I should be able to charge it the way I'm supposed to in LiPo mode. And I'm going to charge it real slow.
You know what? I'm going to try that. I have a battery here that one of the cells is bad. Of course, if you hear me knocking on Herman's door after the live stream.
Now look,
it's charging.
Slowly going back up. Yep, it's going back up. We just got that cell to wake up again. And
so nickel MA to do a 0.2 or 0.1.
Very slow. Yep.
On nickel MA with the balance charger or without?
You do that without the balance charger. You do that without the balance charger on the NIMH. Then you check.
And as soon as you get movement, then you switch over, right?
Then you switch over, yeah, and you'll know because I mean we were down to something like 11 volts, and then it jumped to 13. So I knew right away that the other cell woke up.
Okay, interesting. Now
I'm probably not going to get as much fight time on this.
Now, John, I have to ask you now. This will not turn my favorite drone into a fireball, will it?
You know what? I'm just gonna not. I can't comment on that. You do this at your own risk. So. This is at your own risk advice from the Paul Murray Show. The Paul Murray Show cannot be held liable for anything that you do here.
All right.
But it's still charging, right?
Yeah, it looks like the cell is at 2 volts now, so it's bringing it up. It's bringing it up to the level of all the others, and we'll see what happens.
Sitting here on the live stream.
So now, when you finish charging this battery, then what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, I called her. I called and spoke to her
Oh well,
about a half hour
I'll
ago.
probably discharge it and put it away.
Yeah,
but because
yeah.
I wasn't intending on using it
Now
today. I was just
let's
kind
see
of
how long
taking
she
stock
can,
of what I
how
had.
long we
But
can keep the kids out of there.
obviously
Right.
died for some reason.
Oh, not really?
Well, John,
This
wouldn't
va-
it be advisable
What
to
happened?
go ahead and like fly that battery down a little bit and
Oh,
then put
because
it in
she's worried
storage?
about them getting infected.
Yeah, I mean, I could try
So it
doing
took
that too.
Corona? You mean
It's for this.
I could have
It's for
walked in
this
there and said,
drone, the little
Corona, and they
Cinewoop.
would all left?
So I would really like to make it work, but obviously I can't fly today. At the
Right?
very
You
least, I'll
did
put
that
it in
years
storage
ago.
mode. I'll put it to
I
storage
got
mode.
Corona 19 and it's only 29.
Nobody
I'm
got a
also
mute.
feeling the battery. I'm also feeling the battery here, and it's not getting hot. I don't see, I don't feel like it's getting hot, so that's a good sign too.
I didn't realize I could do that, Herman.
Wait, what did Herman say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it because I was yammering.
No. Keep going. No, I was telling Paul.
No, you're doing fine.
So yeah, hopefully Lawrence can get one of his batteries back because I've gotten batteries to come back to life, and yeah, maybe I get 30 seconds less flight time from the battery, but I can still use the thing again.
Okay.
The other thing you want to look for once it's fully charged is you want to see if your charger will tell you the internal resistance of each of the cells, and you can only see that once it's been fully charged. If the cell is really, really damaged, then you're going to see that these numbers here, that there's no numbers here now because it's not fully charged, but you'll see that they're way out of whack. And if they're really, really distant from each other, then I would recommend not using the battery after that. If they're just a little away from each other, then I wouldn't worry about it. We'll see in a little bit what happens to those numbers, but it's got to charge up more before it can give me what the resistance of each cell is. Because I know it took damage. I know the fact that it lost for some reason when the cell went. I know it took some kind of damage. I'm actually wondering if maybe I put this away and I didn't realize that cell had gone out when I put it away.
It could be.
Well, anything's possible.
Yeah, because well, we'll know. The longer it takes to come back up is actually a good thing because it shows that it's got some capacity in there. If it was charging really fast, then it means that it doesn't have a lot of capacity in it and it's just adding to it.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. DJI batteries are just so much easier to deal with.
Yep.
But they can't experience the same issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that the Mavic 2 Pro has had so many swollen battery issues out there. I've heard that it's like a really bad thing, really chronic thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but so many people have complained about the Mavic 2 Pro batteries swelling.
I don't know what could be causing that. I know what normally causes it, but I don't know what could be causing it in so many people.
Well, it's always possible that a bad batch of batteries went out, which is
at this point, that's what I think.
Yeah, because how can so many
people have bad battery practice? Yeah.
Right. And I mean, they practically take care of them. They practically take care of themselves. And everybody's leaving their drone in a hot car all day long? Nah. It's just, there's just too many reports relative to other DJI drones about those batteries. Exactly. Right. I agree with you, Herman.
Yeah, I don't think that so many people have such bad battery maintenance practice. I can't see it. No, but you know what? You know what does cause what can cause the problems with DJI batteries? Not doing what you're doing now, where guys will charge a battery and they'll charge up like 5 batteries. They'll go out to fly. They'll fly 2.5, and they'll come back. And those others who will start to discharge.
Yep.
Then they'll go and charge all of them again to go out and fly. and they'll fly 3 of them, and they'll still have 2 that they didn't fly, and then those 2 will start to slow discharge, and then you're constantly charging batteries that have never gotten to go through that. It may sound funny, but they like to be used. They need to be used.
Yeah, and if they're not being used, they need to sit a storage charge. Yeah, I never really thought about that. How if you have like 4 batteries and you go out and you only fly 2 of them, then if your discharge time is 5 days, okay, then a week goes by and now you charge up all your stuff again, and you've just let you could, if you fly every week with one of these Mavics, you could have a constantly charged DJI drone battery as a result of that. If you're just flying every week and you're only using half of your battery.
And it's trickle discharging, and you're recharging it, and then another one will trickle discharge, and you recharge that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you're just leaving it fully charged for pretty much 5 or 7 days at a time.
Right.
Every week, every freaking week. Yeah, that's something more people should be aware of.
Is that you got to make sure. Now, I label all my batteries like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you rotate them.
You have to know the cycle. You have to know the charge cycle on them too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know it's at charge number 200 and you only have 250 charges, that's a problem.
Yep.
Absolutely. So I guess the same thing can happen with DJI batteries too. It just all depends on what somebody does with them. Herman made a great point that people charge up 4 of their batteries and then go out and only use 2 of them and then charge them up again next week.
We know people here that do it. People here in New York, they go to fly with us at a meetup, and not anyone in particular, but they'll fly with us and they'll burn 1 battery or a half a battery and still have 4 or 5 batteries in their bag fully charged.
Now, if you do that, you gotta discharge that battery in the drone a little bit, and then let it discharge itself.
What's the minimum amount of days that you can set the discharge to for DJI batteries? Can you do like 1 or 2 days?
I think, yeah. You can
I think it's a 2 or 3 day discharge.
You can go that low. You can go down to 2.
It's a 2.
Because
I think you could do 1 or 2 because I think it's as much as what is it 10?
You can do from the minimum to a maximum of 9 to 10 days, and I haven't flown my Phantom in so long. I don't know what the max out number is, but I know the minimum is 2 days. You can set it to trickle down to 2 days. I do know that for sure.
Yeah, because that would be way better for those guys to just go in and sell our batteries to just charge in 2 days.
Yeah, if you're not going to get back to them a week.
Yeah, exactly. Because then that would be way better for sure. And if you do want to reset it, I know it's a pain in the butt, but if you touch that button, I think it resets the time too. If you touch that little power button, it resets it.
I haven't tried or had the
desire
to try something like that, but that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
because it's like it's like it knows that you still want to keep that battery charged if you touch that little button. That was my experience with the Mavic Pro 1 batteries. I don't know if it's the same way, but because there was one time I kept checking to see if it had discharged when I set mine to 3 days. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I saw in the forums, they were like, don't touch it. Every time you touch it, you're resetting the counter. I'm like, oh, okay.
Unless it's already started.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't know if you could set it to 1 day or something like that.
Yeah, it's a 2 day minimum.
2 day minimum. Okay.
Yes.
So are you guys going to get out and fly in New York here soon?
And people are still dying here. I'm trying to go out as less as possible.
That makes sense.
My mom just got home from being in the hospital. I couldn't even go pick her up because I have COPD, and I'm not going to go to a building of death. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely. And and I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard that the coronavirus, statistically speaking, seems to affect African Americans greatly. And I don't know if they're figured out why yet or not, but like there seems to be a lot of severe cases out there.
I could be honest and tell you one thing: that most eat the way they're not supposed to, most live the way they're not supposed to, most aren't the healthiest in the world.
That's not why. That's not
Yeah,
why.
there's lots of all race. There's lots of other races that do the same thing. So
That's not why. If you look at the people who are on the front lines doing all the work out in public, driving the trains, cleaning the trains, driving the bus, working at the post office, working in all these city jobs, working ahead to taking care of the city, Black and Hispanic people.
True. That's true.
So could they just be maybe getting more viral load?
We're exposed in those ways more than others.
Right.
Because they have to go out and work.
Exactly.
They can't just say, well, I'm not.
And you have a lot of these other people from other countries that they live in, in the house with their grandmother and their grandfathers and their mothers and their fathers. It's like, 3 generations in the household. So when you have that, it's easier to
pass it on
and spread stuff like that.
Yeah, I never thought about that. That's definitely a big factor.
I thought it was just someone walking around coughing on people.
Although I did hear, that's right, I did hear something else that just because of the color of the skin, the vitamin D levels are typically low. Like if I go out in the sun, I'm gonna get a way more vitamin D than you would. That's just how it works.
A strong possibility, because I know I take vitamin D because of dehydration, but
that's good.
But that's due to drinking alcohol.
Oh, that's not good.
With every bottle of tequila he buys a little more.
So if I'm going to drink tequila tonight, I'll take a vitamin D in the morning.
Yeah.
And drink water for the whole day.
No, man, that's good. Look, it's medically proven that, hey, having more vitamin D is good for your immune system. Just period, end of story. So I think they got good evidence out there that supports that, hey, if you're good on vitamin D, it might help you fight this virus. But yeah, I mean,
if you have a heavy melanin skin, which means your skin is darker, it is harder for you to absorb vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You have to spend more time in the sun.
Yeah. Like if I go out in the sun, I could spend 20, 30 minutes and be well at my limit for the day, or what I need for the day. Whereas you might have to spend a couple hours in the sun.
That's
or
a strong possibility. What's up, Philly Drone Life?
Philly.
He's got the dancing penguins.
Yeah.
I mean, it aggravates the situation, for you guys as well. On top of what Lawrence was saying.
It does, but you know what? Growing up in New York, everything comes at you. You kind of just go with the flow.
Oh yeah, it's I can understand that. Hell, almost every time I've been to the city, I end up getting something or other. So it's just how it is for me.
Right.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
It'll bring some people in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
It'll be more interesting than me charging a battery. That's for sure.
You got your computer on, Mikey?
Let's check. Let's see what's going on.
Hold
Hey,
on.
the cell's coming back. 3.5 now. That's pretty nice.
And what are the other cells?
Well, they're all at 3.7, but it's not going to charge that second cell any higher until it
Right, until
levels
they
out.
balance off some.
Yeah, but it's a good.
I'm gonna try that on this battery because I know this
Dude,
battery has a bad cell.
give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. I've
said
brought
nickel
batteries.
MA, right? NIMA.
Yeah, and NIMH. Yep. And then just put it on the absolute lowest setting, and don't wait for it to say done charging. Just watch it and then
Oh no,
check it.
I would do it for a few seconds with the front door open in case I gotta fling it.
Yeah. This one right here is the only battery I have not been able to rescue using that method. And I tried really, really hard. This one, every other battery I've had, an over discharge situation, I have been able to rescue like that. Because you just over discharge a battery when you're flying these FPV drones. Something's gonna warn you.
That happened to me. I was in the zone.
My microphone just went out.
Usually Kopi, what I do is I fly to about 14.2.
I can't hear anybody. There we go. Okay. Now
usually what I do, I fly until about 14.2 volts. And yesterday I was flying and I got a little comfortable and I was like, wow, this bird is flying so smooth. And when I looked up, it was at 13.9 something. But I usually don't go past 14.2 on a 4-cell.
Well, is that resting voltage? So like when you land the drone, it's at 14.2?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm a little more conservative. I do 14.5. I try to keep it around that.
I used to do that. And one guy was like, yo, you can take it. One guy was like, yo, you can take it down to about 14.1, 14.2, but don't break 14.
You can, yeah. He's not wrong. You can. I'm just more anal about it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just more anal about it because these batteries are expensive, man.
I know. The more voltage, the more expensive, and 6 cells are freaking crazy.
What's the highest voltage that?
Well, I know 6 cell is 22.2 volts. But guys are because they don't have 12 cells and 8 cells. I think they have an 8-cell battery, but most guys take 2 4 cells and join them together surgically and make an 8-cell, or they take to make a 12 cell, they'll take 2 6s, and that is like really volatile because if you don't have a good soldering job or something's messed up on that battery, you have a flying bomb.
I would never do that for that reason.
Yeah, I would never join 2 batteries. If I have to join 2 batteries, I need to fly something bigger.
Exactly.
That comes with a battery,
See, my dilemma that I have right now is, man, I have all of these batteries that I bought 2-ish years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago now.
And you're going to have to get rid of them soon.
Well, I mean, last few times I was out flying, I can tell that some of these batteries, as well as I've tried to take care of them, some of them are getting tired. So I'm gonna have to make a decision soon. What do I want to do? Do I want to buy a bunch of 4-cell batteries again? Because look, when I buy batteries, I go crazy. There's a whole bunch here. Obviously, I'm sitting here looking at 12. Yeah, there's 12 sitting here. So if I'm gonna buy 6S, then I gotta figure it out if I want to go all 6S or not.
I just hit him up. He goes, WTF, dude, shouldn't have bothered. If it were that much, freak, I'm going to make 2 payments over a couple of weeks. Damn. I told you he would probably break it down to 2 payments, but that's okay. I don't mind because I told him take his time, and I'm not going anywhere. So you don't have to give me the whole 192. You could give me 50 one time and like that. That I don't care. I don't care about that.
Okay.
Yeah, like the money's in the bank. Okay.
He says, okay, mate, bloody hell, does that come with a blowjob at that price?
Well, you got to ask the postal people when they deliver it.
I think you should ask FedEx when it's delivered about that one. LOL. Yeah, see, he's just waking up. It's morning time. So you wake up in the morning to a bill of $192.
That's happened.
Yeah, this is true.
I've experienced it.
You know, Roger today went out because Best Buy and or a couple of different stores were open, and he went to go see about that cable that he needs. And he went into Best Buy, and they told him, well, best place to get that is go to Amazon. It's like, give me a break.
Yeah, I've been told that. Hey, Roger. What we got here?
Wait, the Godfather's here. Hold on, I got something for him. It didn't play.
There's Philly Drone Live.
Good morning. Good morning.
There he is.
I mean, good morning. Good evening.
You come in to applause, and he says good morning.
I am sorry. I'm just waking up. Guys, hold on. I got to get my coffee. Wait, I just woke up.
The man.
Just have a coffee line inserted intravenously and run the wire from the kitchen straight to your bed. So when you get up or you wake up when it starts pumping into your arm.
Well, the pros have a coffee maker right on the end of the desk right there.
That's too much. That's too much. I'd be going crazy.
He's complaining because there's probably no coffee made.
You're not going to believe this, guys. I got a story. First of all, hello, guys. Hello, Jim. Wowzers. John. Hello, John. Hello, Herman. Hello, Lawrence. Hello, Paulie.
Yeah.
Hello.
John is known today as iPhone.
I needed your
hello,
phone,
iPhone.
That's why I sent you.
How are you?
But I knew it was
Why
the middle of
iPhone?
the night for you.
So I can't see the chat for any of you guys who might be trying to say something. I cannot see the chat because I'm on my phone.
Gotcha. I got an amazing story for you. You're not going to believe what happened to me. You're not going to believe it. The
Mavic Air came and they delivered 2.
Well, no, but I know you'll believe that. You believe that.
The wife ordered you another one, and you got 3 of them coming.
No, but it is drone related.
Somebody's sending you
The
one.
wife raised your drone
Close.
allowance.
No, but it ain't in the Maverick Air, right?
The wife
found the
raised
Mavic
your
Mini?
drone allowance.
Someone
Paul.
returned
No.
You're getting an Inspire.
No. You ready
got
for
the Mavic
this?
Mini back?
Are you ready? Wait, guys, she's got it. Just let me say it. I'm busted. I gotta tell you. Okay. Once upon a time, a little Mavic Mini. Do you remember it?
Yep.
They've returned it.
It came home.
It came
home. It flew away,
She's a
right?
carrier.
But it came home. Look.
Not on the same battery.
That's a good one.
How did it come?
Believe it, guys. Look, my Mavic Mini came home. It's the Mavic Mini.
How
It's
did
the
it come
original. Dude,
Someone delivered it?
Yes, guys, are you ready for this? The freaking drone flew away.
We remember that one.
Yeah,
It just
we remember
flew
it flying
away.
away.
Yeah.
Well, some guy, and I'm going to put a link. I'm making a video right now. I was so excited. This freaking shit started last night, and I was been up all night. I couldn't sleep because my baby was coming home today.
What did he do? Call you?
So he put a freaking ad out on Facebook and in South Philly. Guys, my friend lost his Mini. Oh, please, I'll give a reward. He wanted to be a hero. He just so anyway, puts the ad out 2 months ago. Finally, last night, he gets a call on Facebook saying, a friend of mine, 13-year-old kid, neighbor, found the drone like 2 months ago. Would this possibly be it? And it was in the neighborhood of X, Y, and Z,
Right.
which is exactly where I lost. He's like, oh my God, I think that's it. So he calls the kid up and he says, dude, I'm coming over your house right now. Just hold what you have. I'll come see it. Sure enough, he goes over to the house and the kid goes,
What?
is this it? And dude, it was my drive. Perfect
Good. And
condition.
those were the fatty ones.
Just sitting here, but it was missing my battery and the SD card. When I think the kid sold the battery and SD card, but whatever. So the kid calls me and he says, hey, Mike, I got a drone. Give me the last 4 digits of your serial number. I give him the last 4 digits and he says, you're not going to freaking believe this, but I'm pretty sure I got your drone. So I text him a picture of my box of the serial number. And sure enough, it's the freaking drone. So he came over today and Sharon says, give him $100. So we gave him, because he paid $60 to the kid who found it as a reward. So I gave him 40 extra bucks for himself. Then we got the mini. So I flew it today. Guys, it's brand new. It literally flew away, must have landed, it ran out of battery, and the little kid walked up and went, boop, I think I'm gonna take this home. And took it in. There's not a scratch on it. Not a
You still got the
scratch
stickers
on
on. I can see you still got the stickers on.
Yes,
Got the
look.
stickers on. Yep.
Look, guys, and I swear to you, I'm not messing with you. This is it. And I'll prove it to you. I'll show you what I bought. Look, but look, it's even got the sticker. That was my original one. And here's the one I bought, just so you don't think, and I'm not buying 2 freaking Mavic shitties. Trust me on that one.
Hey, you be nice now. Shitty came home.
I
Right.
know. See, that's the other one.
Yeah.
That's the one I bought to replace this one. I can't
Holy
believe it.
crap, man!
So now you
that's
can have a giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can have a giveaway.
No, now I have one to just do everything with, running in the walls.
No.
No,
You
No.
got it, Michael. You got
Views and
it.
opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the
drone.
views and opinions of everyone on the panel.
And you
tonight.
can't break the law with that one.
Hey, Michael, after everything that drone went through to come back to you,
I know.
you should treat it like a
Hey,
crucifix.
Mike, did you wipe it down to anti-corona it?
I did. Lawrence, you're so funny. Dude, yeah, I gotta get help because I almost cried. The thing, what's the matter with me? It's a freaking drone. I was in the kitchen, my baby. I wiped it with alcohol swabs. I re-updated the software 4 times. I hovered it in my room and turned it for an hour. What the hell's the matter with us? What's going
you know
on?
what you do? You hang that drone on a wall in a frame or something with a message that, hey, people are there are still good people out there, because they didn't have to return that thing.
No.
They could have kept it. They could have.
Dude, he's amazing. The kid's amazing. He said he didn't want the extra money. I said, no, let me just please all the freaking work you did. He didn't have to do any of it, dude. He could have kept it.
And
He
you
said-
know what's funny, Mike? I'm glad you got your drone back, but the drone was like, damn.
Yeah, I know. And the first thing I did was sent it to 350 feet today and zipped it around 1,000 feet. It was the first thing I did, just so it knows it's home and you better get used to flying
You
again.
say,
You
Lawrence,
did. What you
the
did was
drone
beat
was
the
like, I
horse
like
for
it here.
what you did was beat the horse for escaping.
Lawrence, what you said when the drone was with the other guy, the drone was like, I like it here.
Yeah,
Use me
no,
there.
My God.
Yeah, they probably had to pry the drone out of the other plate, you know?
When
No.
he said when it saw Mike, it was like, no, don't give me back to him.
No, you've seen Lord of the Rings. You got
Lord
it.
have mercy.
My precious.
My
Well,
precious.
Michael, I am so happy for you, Michael. That's freaking awesome.
Dude, is
it
that
is-
amazing?
Yeah, it's an awesome when you find a drone or get one back when you think you lost it. No matter what the cost of the
Almost
drone is,
anything.
because it makes you wonder, where the hell is it? What happened to it?
Yeah.
It's like that. You get that drone closure in a way.
Well-
Man, I lost a SEMA X5C. This was back in like 2015 when I was first getting into all the drone stuff, and I had a SEMA, right? And it went up and over the roof, and I thought I would find it, but apparently it ended up in my neighbor's driveway, and his wife had just come home, And she found it. She picked it up, went inside, and for months, man, for months, I thought that damn, some kid walked along the sidewalk and must have stolen it. I mean, I looked everywhere for this thing, everywhere. And then the spring came because it happened, you know, sort of during the winter. Spring came, and neighbor sees us outside, and he's like, "Did any of you guys lose a drone? Because I see you guys flying drones." I'm like, "Was it like a white drone?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, does it have a little camera on it? I'm like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Oh, I've had it for months." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I'm like, and here I was cursing, and here, oh man, I was cursing. I'm like, some freaking kid walking home from school took it.
You want to
and
know
ran
how
with
bad? Let me tell you how weird things are. And this is, I'm so jaded, guys. And let me just, on a serious note, I didn't sleep all night. And you know why? You're gonna smack me when I tell you why. And the reason is, why did he do it? I was up all night thinking, is he trying to abuse me? Wait, what's the angle? What's he's a scam artist. Well, I gotta watch. Wait, hold on. Don't go with any money, Mike. He's gonna freaking hit you over the head with a bat.
Where do you know the guy from?
Herman. He's a guy in South Philly. He's a nice kid. And I hope he ain't
He watches your show, right?
Yeah, he watches my show. I think he just wants to be famous because I'm famous. He wants to be famous. He wants to be a star like Philly Drone Life. It could be like us. Maybe. What do you think?
I don't think to that extreme. But what I will say to you is this. You know, a lot of people don't believe that.
All right, Poosa.
That YouTube is social media, but you know, people watch you, and the way you do your videos, people have a tendency to become your friend. You do your videos, they become a part of it.
Community.
And it's like whenever you expose yourself to the camera or to the public, people have a tendency to get to know you. They feel you more.
You're right.
So
you're right.
Like how you're on every day, and he's probably listening every day or watching every day, and he hears your voice. He's a part of what you got going on. In your whole little world of what you do on YouTube. So I think that
exactly right.
He found an opportunity where that he could help you and be a part of what you are doing and keep what you're doing going.
Yeah.
His enjoyment and for others. So that's why I see it more so that way.
A lot of people that watched him lose it have felt the same kind of pain, not to the extent that you did.
Yeah.
But it's like they all wondered too. And when he found it, he probably felt like king of the world, king of the world.
I'm a hero. My God, dude, guys, you don't understand. The kid doesn't have a lot of money. He borrowed money from his sister, and the reason I know, when I gave him the money, he walked over to the side. He's like, "Oh, Luann, listen, I got your money. I'll be home in a little bit. I'll give you the $20 back. Hey, sis, I got that $40 for you." I'm like, what the? Wow. I said, "Dude, what did you do?" He says, "I had to borrow the money to get the drone back." I went, "Oh my God, here goes. I'm glad I gave you
the drone's over there whispering to him, "I'll pay you the money. Don't give it to him. I'll pay you."
That's the part that got to me, Paul. I couldn't believe there was a freaking good person.
Hey, Mikey, left. You see what Brant Ariel put?
No.
The poor Minnie tried so hard to get away.
Stop, Gary. You cut it out. That's not right. They like me.
We said, Paul, the Minnie said to the guy, "Sell me, you can get more."
My precious. Don't take me back, my precious.
Paul, tell him to stop. This is your show.
Please don't take me back.
It's not, they're teaming up on me, Paul. That guys, hey, they're meant to be flown. Paul, you started this shit.
Hey, tell Val your story.
So the drone started flying without a battery to get away?
Hey, Val.
Did she hear?
Lord of the Rings, right?
Hey, Val.
Huh? Wait, let me get my coffee. I gotta get my coffee.
You've seen Lord of the Rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mikey got his Precious back today. So
Oh, nice.
he got
Somebody
his
Amazing.
found his
Mavic,
mini.
Actually got the thing back.
his Mavic Mini today. So now I'm showing him what he must have looked like when he got it back.
And it's been gone now, what, 6 months?
It's since February 20th. It disappeared. It flew away on February 20th, and it came back this morning. It came back as it flew home. It's not a scratch on it.
He said
It was as if
returned
the
home.
day it got lost.
Shit,
They
those
went
some
and
good
picked it up
batteries.
and put it in the house. Swear to you, with the sticker still on it. I couldn't believe it. I thought it's got it. It can't be. It
Okay,
can't be.
Mike, since you've gotten it back, will you humor me and
Yeah.
put on a shirt and tie and use it as a tie clip and take a picture?
Cut it out. That's it. I'm not telling you my stories anymore.
What's the wind, man? The wind is howling outside.
Yeah, see that. But you know what? When Mike said it returned home, I was like, damn, them some long ass batteries.
Yeah. It's a damn good battery.
Would it go around the city and come back?
In fact, that battery
Around the
worked so
city,
hard
went
to
on
get back
vacation
home,
and came back.
it just disappeared.
But tell me, what do you think happened to the battery and the SD card? I have my own theories about it.
Somebody
What do
Probably
you think?
sold it because you can get
This
what,
is-
$100 or so for the battery.
You never see those
Correct.
people who get wallets back with no money in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You're lucky it's still got a damn. You're lucky it's still got a
You know,
damn camera
You
on
find
it.
a wallet, all you gotta do is just throw it in the mailbox. They'll return it to the person that the wallet belongs to.
Yep.
Paul, do you get mad? I couldn't be mad because at least he gave me
No,
the drone
no,
back.
you don't wanna
Right?
be-
I'm glad you can have the freaking battery. And
I gotta tell you, it's really weird that he was able to, sell the battery. I mean, that's weird. To me, that's really, really strange. But whatever.
I know, me
There was a period of time, John, when you couldn't buy a battery.
Ah,
Right
really?
after it was introduced, like I think November, December, January, and part of February, they were all back ordered.
Oh, okay. So maybe he gotcha.
Yep.
It's just, yeah, it's weird.
Hey, John.
Hey, what's going on? I got the
Hey,
furball cup.
Herman. Hey, Lawrence. I know. I was going to tell you, nice cup.
What's good, Val?
Huh?
What's good?
Nothing.
Oh,
He
okay.
does. You can tell she hasn't caught the gopher yet.
Oh,
No, I'm
Told you
doing
what to
chapter
do.
6 on
Oh,
sectional charts and longitude, latitude, and this and that and the other.
the fun
Oh,
section.
You're studying.
And I took the test and I barely got a C.
The fun section.
And that's with guessing for half of it.
You know
I
what's
didn't get
fun?
it. I'm not
You-
getting it.
You've gotten to the METARs?
That's the fun
Oh
section.
yeah,
That's what
METARs
she
were
is.
okay.
Okay.
METARs and TAPs were okay. Except for when they have lines and lines of so many numbers, and I'm like, oh my God, because my brain just sees everything all at once. But the sectional chart symbols, the latitude, longitude, it's just I thought I had it. I didn't have it, and they got symbols. They go, what does this flag mean? Maybe that.
You will get it,
Well,
Val.
once you take-
it's
what you
a-
do-
No,
it's a
I don't
simple-
think so. I
it's
don't
a
think I'm
simple-
going to get this.
you
It's a
keep
simple
taking it over
formula.
and over again,
Now,
and
you
you'll do
could-
fine.
You can listen to the lessons over and over
Mhm.
and over. You can slow them down. You can
Yep.
stop it. You can go repeat what he said over and
Mhm.
over and over till you get it.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about longitude and latitude, you got to remember, keep in mind, it's in minutes.
And see,
minutes.
that part I thought I got, but all of a sudden I was
60,
twisted around.
30,
and it was
60, 30.
99, 101, 20,000.
No,
I swear to
no.
God.
Don't let it.
No,
Don't let
it's
it.
100,
Michael, Val
130,
is studying for her 107.
110.
Why, Val?
Because
Why?
One
I'm
ten-
going to be
30.
a millionaire. Don't stop
Well,
my dream, Mikey.
That's right.
Don't
Michael's,
stop my
No, it's-
dream.
Michael's supposed to be studying too.
I'm afraid. Listen, Here's the
There
story.
we go.
With
Here's
the
the
107.
story.
Here's the story. If I get a 107,
Mhm.
all that's going to do, it gives the FAA something to take from me.
No.
It does, Paul.
Mikey,
They're
It
dying to
makes it
take
so you
something.
can fly
Mikey,
places
stop.
other people can't
Mike.
fly. It's great.
Hey, Mikey, check this
Where's
out.
that already?
Listen closely to what I'm about to tell you, Mikey.
Okay, lay
You
it down,
got it.
Lawrence.
Hold
I
on.
got
You get
13 letters from
Mikey.
the FAA. Every single one of these, they would have taken that.
listen
license from me.
closely,
Listen-
Mike. You
listen
get your
close.
107,
Right.
and you apply for your waivers throughout the year.
What waivers?
Then-
What are you talking about? Why do I need waivers? I'm legal to fly where I fly. I don't understand.
This
do I
way,
need
someone
waivers
comes to
for?
you and says, "What are you doing? I have a waiver to fly here. Leave me alone."
Yeah, but
That's right.
no. Hey, that's good. Well, when it comes to wearing a badge, that helps because people do look at you different.
Yeah.
But you don't need a waiver to fly where I live. I'm in a Class B freaking airspace. I'm allowed to fly here.
Yeah, but once you start
did that
using the
happen?
waiver system, no matter where you fly, it's like you're putting them on notice that you're doing what you're supposed to.
And plus, you can
Yep.
go start. You're a
Oh,
good pilot. You can make money at this.
that's
wanted.
now, Val. You got something there.
Mhm.
You got something there. Now, the money part of it is pretty important. That you can't do without the license. So
You can't do it without the license. And if you go on a job or they don't do movies there and all that kind of stuff, you want to be part of that, you got to have that license.
Yeah, no, I agree with you here. I do agree. I'm just so worried because people
Mikey,
on YouTube.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you the difference between having a license and not. A friend of mine talked me into doing roof inspections, and I wind up getting $800 to do roof inspections. Now, as of 107, I can charge 2,500 to 3,000, which is the going rate for the same job.
Wow.
Okay, that's the
Does
So
that
difference.
make
tomorrow, Mikey's going to have his license.
Does that make sense, Michael?
Bam.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Okay,
gives you
they're going
something.
right now for a guy to climb a slanted house roof here in New York, where I live. It's
Oh, hi,
anywhere
everyone.
from $2,000 to $3,000 just for him to get on a ladder and do a roof inspection, which means look around at the tar, make sure that it, and you can do all of that with your drone from the ground for a lot more.
Well, you say the drone don't take off unless you can buy another one back with the check.
Yep. You hear that, Mikey? Your
Yeah, is
drone
that
does
what you
not
charge?
take off
Yeah.
unless the job pays for a brand new one.
Is that how they charge it? Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I think
That's
that
pretty
should
cool.
be the case with most work with anything. You know, if I can't buy back a pliers or a screwdriver, then I'm not doing the job. Something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty
it's not
much.
the way I ran my cabinet business, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, in order to get a job, yeah, I had to be. I had
And
to
not
be
just that,
competitive.
eventually YouTube is going to pass to change their TOS, terms of service, which means if you are a drone pilot and you want YouTube to pay you, you need to be 107.
Right.
Well,
You
Well,
want to
they-
get paid.
hold on, I got that in letter number 4. Letter number 4 states,
technically,
yeah,
that's
letter
what you
number
should
4
be
says that I
regardless.
can't post anything. Yeah, I can't post anything unless I'm a 107. Now, here's the funny thing about that. Thanks to the people on YouTube, if I would, but see, if I would have had a 107,
Here,
this
you go.
letter number 4 would have taken the 107 from me
Why do
because
you say
I
that?
broke a rule. Well, because I posted something and was flying in an area recklessly. So the FAA states.
What?
The FAA states. Now I would have had it's in
Now,
court.
did they
right
drop
now.
it now? Oh,
It's in court. Yeah. What Val, what you hear from them is they threaten you with a letter and then that's it. That's pretty much the end of it. Now, but I don't know. I could get fined. I mean, I could get a letter saying I'm fined 2,500. I don't know. But the
you know
point
what?
is, once
Those
you get
Those investigators,
Pretty
Michael, are going to go, when you get your 107, they're going to go,
They're
and
gonna
let
take
it
it.
off the table.
They're gonna take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They're gonna take
but
it. As soon as
Mikey-
I get my 107, they're gonna find
No,
me and take
no,
it. I
no.
guarantee it.
No.
Okay.
No, once you get your 107, Mikey, Then they'll say, damn, we can go
Clever.
on to the next guy.
That's right. There's
It's-
plenty of
I
other
hope-
guys that are
I
not
hope
licensed.
you're right. I hope you're right. But let me tell you something. When you get
Listen,
to
Mike, I'm
107
gonna tell you the difference between being a 107 pilot, all right? Even though a lot of these people here in New York City Department of Parks don't know what the hell they're talking about. I was flying, you know how they closed off all the playgrounds, the basketball courts and everything? I hit a lamppost. You guys remember seeing that, right?
Yeah.
That landed inside a basketball court that was taped off. I went and asked the guy, same guy who was watching me through binoculars a month earlier. I went and asked him, could I climb in there and get my drone? And he says, oh, well, you're not supposed to be flying. And I said, well, sir, I'm registered with the FAA. And he goes, you mean you're a 107 pilot? And I said, yes. He said, oh, well, that's the case. Go have fun. Go get your bird. Have fun.
Yeah,
Just that different tone.
Yeah, same
Just that
thing here.
different tone.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
It makes a difference.
But Lawrence, you could have wore a little badge on your thing right there and lied through your teeth, just like I did.
Unless the right guy challenged you.
If they correct. Now, if they do challenge you, they're going to call the numbers in, but nobody has that time. Nobody
True.
has that time.
True. So, Mikey, what's to stop you from
No,
putting
I'm not
something
fighting
on-
you.
So what's to stop you from clipping on
I did.
your ID with your serial number and your drone registration? Notice I have one for the Mavic
Yep.
and one for the Phantom 4 Pro. So however I'm flying, I just flip it over. Right now, I go to this construction site. I've been recording it since the basement up. They're up to the 6th floor of this building, going to the 7th. Okay, and now it's to the point when I wear my ID, I can damn near walk onto their property and launch my drone in the safety and confines, because these guys are used to seeing me there and they know that
Lawrence,
I
I flew next to the stadium. Now it's Class B. I got Lank approval, the whole bit. But the guys from the stadium came out. They were freaking. Where were you? We kept playing that drone. I said, well, hold on. I'm a 107 pot. And they, as soon as I said that, now I obviously lied because I'm not 107. I can tell the world I'm not 107. Now,
Okay, hold on. Where was that? And what time exactly?
yeah,
Can you give me the date?
right. But Val, as soon as I told him, I said, hey, listen, I'm 107, no problem. Just give me a minute. He backed off. He
Sure.
treated me with the utmost respect. So I agree with you. You will get respect. People look at you different. That's a good way to do it. But here's my fight with it. Once I do it, you got to understand. I'm trying to get you to see it from my point of view. If I do that, my YouTube career ends as far as what I do on YouTube. That can't happen anymore.
No.
Why do you say that?
It
Because Val, I got people turning me in for every time I put my bird up in the air.
But if
every
you
time
have
somebody calls.
Mikey, listen closely. If you have a waiver to fly on certain days and certain times of the month, and what everyone does is a 107, like here, if I want to fly in September, I need to apply now. If I want to apply in October,
What's wrong with that picture, Lawrence? That's my fucking freedom. Excuse my language, but I'm an American. I don't want to have to call anybody to fly.
Michael, you grew up as a Philadelphia street fighter, but that's not the world today.
But how dare them tell me I can't fly my drone that I bought?
You know what?
It's mine.
You know what, Mikey, I would say don't get it. Keep stacking up your letters
until they haul you
work
away
on that, until they just finally say you're not flying anymore. I think they
never say that.
I think we're going to get to that point when they started with all the regulations they're going to do later. I thought the
I know what you're saying. Yeah, you're right.
The only thing that's going to protect me,
You're
let
right.
me fly and let me do that stuff. So I better start now, because I'm going to tell you something.
You're right.
Maybe you're brilliant, but I'm not. And these vectors and hectors.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either, Val.
What does this little flag mean? There's 50,000 of these damn things.
Val, the upside down cake. God, a cake is something you eat. It ain't on a freaking map. A cake.
The only thing I do is the airspace.
Yeah.
And don't do drugs. Say no.
Yeah, I'm the same way. When you get older, I don't want to study Oh, now it's coming out.
Now they never said you couldn't do drugs. You just can't operate your
Hey.
drone under the.
Hey,
Yes,
that's right.
this is
Wouldn't-
true.
wouldn't you
This is
guys
true.
like to-
That is true.
They never said you
But what
couldn't
if
do your.
he's this
couldn't do your
test
drugs.
want to do them?
Wouldn't you guys love to be a fly on the wall when Michael sits behind that computer and takes that test? They'll be screaming, going.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
It's just like alcohol. They never
Yeah,
said you
I can
couldn't
see
have
Mikey
any.
now.
He
That
just-
cloud looks like a testicular
It's your
cloud
testicular
Yeah,
cloud.
instead of the lenticular cloud.
Isn't
Oh,
it?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, what the hell?
multiple choice, so he won't
Lenticular.
find the testicular cloud in the listing.
Yeah, Val, why do they gotta name them that? Stellar clouds, testicular, how puffy, round, high, low. You make it easy.
I think the marshmallow cloud
Yeah.
sounds more like
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Marshmallow
marshmallow looking. No, they
Welcome,
gotta
Phantom
make
Hodges.
everything confusing. Everything
Good
they get.
evening, Sean.
You know what?
And the problem is when you get my age,
Michael's
Well,
having a
start-
meltdown.
you
Hey
read
Sean, what's
the
going on,
question,
man?
and before you can get back to the damn vector thing, you
Yeah.
forget the question. So you got to go back to the question, then you go back to the map, and then you try to explode. Then you forget, was that 99 point?
Skippy's on my
whatever
side. Skippy's
Well-
on my side.
Well, this is why I hope that some way, somehow, I know it'll never happen, but I want these two to write the next test.
Yeah, that we should write. Marshmallow clouds. Yes, that's marshmallow ones.
Soft, fluffy clouds.
Yeah,
Hey,
fluffy
that's
ones.
nice.
The
Hey, Sean, what do you
fluffies.
think? Sean, you know microphone, Sean.
Because
Yeah, sorry, I was just talking off stream then for a second. Sorry.
Flashing,
He's
you-
not
you're
even sure he
clipping, you're
wants to
clipping, you're
actually get
clipping.
in.
Little bit too loud, Sean.
You're clipping, Sean.
Hang on.
He heard you.
You
He
clip-
knocked me off my
Well,
chair.
Sean, what do you think about Michael?
now
And
you got to write things down.
he doesn't want to take the test because he says it's not going to do any good.
No, that's not what I said. What I
What he
said,
said.
get it right. Listen, I don't want to take the test because when I pass and I get the license, I feel like I'm going to have it for a week and these guys are going to take it from me because they're going to say I broke some
Mikey.
rule and here you go.
Mikey,
That's why.
I still have my test book from taking notes.
I know.
I still have my
got it.
book from taking notes. You have to take
I don't.
notes.
I don't think it's
Small airports need
what Philly's
approval,
objectives are,
everything.
right?
Page after page after page. Advanced aerospace. Where do you want to go? Military.
John, what
training,
Lawrence and I
boot
have been
camp,
trying to tell Michael is
boot
that
camp part 2.
better
We-
off
it's-
being a 107 pilot than he's not doing it.
I agree.
Mikey.
Why?
Mikey.
Why is he better off?
They can't
Because
smack-
Michael wants
they-
to make money flying his drone.
Oh well, yeah. If he wants to do that, then of
Oh,
course.
No,
It's
but
the-
but
it's
hold
the
on.
only way.
But Sean, my career on YouTube, the way I fly, you see what I do. That
Mm-hmm.
pretty much ends if I get my 107 pilot, my license. Would
Well,
you agree with
I
that?
will tell you this, Mike. What you do on YouTube is a business. And if you want to earn money using a drone
Mhm.
What are you talking
in your
about?
business, you
You
have
mean
to
the
have a
82 cents?
107. What?
The
No,
82 cents.
it's still a furtherance of a business.
If
Well,
in the
tell him to take
states,
me to court.
in the states, Mikey, in the states, if you monetize your channel, you have to have a 107.
I know. Correct. That's letter number 5 says that one.
You're in between a rock and a hard place because
Yeah.
You are.
at the moment you're operating incorrectly, but then if you get a 107, you then have the professional obligations of a 107.
Correct.
So you won't be able to fall between where the FAA kind of see you at the moment as the hobbyist, where they're going not let you off things, but they're not going to come after you as hard.
Correct.
Um,
Correct. That's exactly what I'm saying. Correct. So and that's
It's the
and-
only thing that saved the guy in Vegas, the guy whose drone
Correct.
flew off.
correct.
Right.
And
Michael, I
guys,
hate to say this, but Michael, unfortunately, you probably are better off operating in the more gray areas.
Yeah,
Once you
as
get
a
to
hobbyist.
107,
Yeah, but the fact that Mike has a stack of letters, he's running out of the word ignorance.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
No.
because
Or-
eventually they're going to
Because
stop.
he's
Ignorance is no
standing
defense
behind
either.
ignorance right now. That's what you're telling him. that
Eventually,
he's standing
you're gonna
behind
stop.
ignorance right now. And eventually, after a
No, I wasn't
certain
telling
amount
him
of
that.
letters,
I wasn't telling him that.
no, but that's what it is.
No, yeah, but
as a
no, but you
hobbyist
sorry,
pilot,
you misquoted me. I was just clarifying.
no,
that.
I'm not quoting you. I'm just saying that as a hobbyist, you can stand behind ignorance that a professional pilot can't.
I suppose to an extent he's got to decide which laws does he want to break. Does he want to be a hobbyist monetizing his channel, which is breaking regulations, or does he want to be a Part 107 and then held to the Part 107 accountability? You've got, but what you're doing in the middle is, as Herman's saying, your time is running out to be in the middle.
They're going
as with many other,
for all of us, and yeah, I agree with that.
One letter from the FAA to YouTube, your channel's gone.
They already did it.
That's the hard fact. No, the FAA writing to YouTube directly. One letter, and it would just be gone.
Because this channel and everything you've done is gone. You'd have to start from scratch and come on and say, hey, it's me, Philly Drone Life. And if they catch on to you again, they can continue to do it.
Yeah, I didn't know they could do
I like Skip Miller's last
Now, hold on, guys. Hold on. I asked that question. This is with the FAA in letter number 7. When I called,
maybe
I addressed
hold on, Mikey. He says maybe
that might have been 9.
Mikey, Skip Miller says maybe if he gets enough letters, they will just give him a 107.
Yeah. The guy said, "You're a damn good pilot. Why don't you just get the freaking thing and make some money?"
Point, I think we just got to admit that when you go on and you're kind of an out there personality, you're going to attract people who don't like you. Yes. You're going to attract people who either have jealousy or they just don't like the tenor of your voice.
That's different to law, though, isn't it?
Right?
That's a different conversation because people don't like any of us. You know,
but I think
all of us on this screen have people that don't like our channels.
But the difference with that and all other people is we actually have a government agency overseeing us. Not everyone has that. Not when you consider.
No, they do actually. Sorry, I realize I've come in a very argumentative mode.
You
did. YouTube is overseen by about 17 federal agencies, so every single YouTube channel does have federal oversight.
But
I think I just make oversight. But let's go past just YouTube. We have oversight just out there when we're flying.
When I addressed letter number 7 to the FAA, I had said to them, and it states in the letter exactly what we're talking about, that because I'm flying on YouTube and my channel is monetized, I am breaking the law by blah 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 whatever. And I said, hold on. Right. And I says, hold on. Why did you guys send me this? I says, that sounds like somebody called on me or something. How would you know that I'm monetized? And he said, you're absolutely right. People are calling on you. He says, and Michael, I can care less what you do on YouTube. The only thing the FAA is worried about is what you do with your drone in the
for now. The problem is
let me just say, yeah, exactly. Until you do something that the FAA don't like, and they will use everything in their power to shut you down.
Well, but they didn't say that. I'm just letting you know. I agree with you. You're talking about breaking the law. You're talking about
Michael,
hurting somebody.
It's also true that
Michael,
it's also true that a number of channels are out there. Yeah, sorry, John. Michael, it's also true that a number of channels out there are monetized and they don't have their 107 and they're getting away with it all the time. But the FAA is not coming after them. Because it's just not worth. Because number one, it's just not worth their time, and number two, they're not really doing anything egregious.
Nobody's calling on them. Nobody's calling on them.
Well, yeah, and nobody's calling on them too. That's the other thing. Nobody's calling.
When you call on somebody, they have to look at it. It's a case. They have to look at it. If I called on you, John, every single day, they'd have to look at you.
They'd have to look at my channel every time. Yeah, they'd have to look at my damn channel. Of course, man. Of course.
We all remember the chap in Vegas who flew his drone, and I was mentioning the other night that I've just gained an interview with him. And some of the information that he's keen to pass on is that there was a line that he crossed with the FAA where he was ignoring their fines coming through. There were things on the bottom of the letter saying, talk to us, we want to talk to you.
Right. This, that's what mine said. And
he crossed the line and he went over the edge. They then went and used every avenue possible they had to cause him discomfort. And that's what you're not, in my opinion, as someone that loves you dearly, that's what you're not doing to protect yourself at the moment. You're giving too much ammunition for future issues.
No, Sean. On these letters, that's exactly what the last line says. If you would like to address that, the minute I get a letter.
But because you've responded, it doesn't actually deal with the letter that because you've responded and spoken to a nice guy and he said, "Oh, we don't care about that, Mikey." It doesn't mean that that's not still on your record and that they can't use it against you.
No, it's on the record, but they don't say we don't care. Hold on, no, they don't. They go over the whole case with me on the phone. It takes about an hour and a half, Sean. They literally, the whole complaint.
Yes, but it doesn't absolve. It doesn't legally absolve the complaint. Is the issue.
And more than one of them on more than one occasion has said, "Michael, why don't you get your 107?"
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I guess if you want to be a rogue, then you be a rogue, and that's just how that works. You know, if that's what you want to be.
Val, it's not a rogue. I don't want to be a rogue. What I don't want is somebody else telling me what to do. I worked hard. People died for our freedoms, and I don't want somebody else telling me what I have to do in order to fly this thing.
Yeah, but Michael,
this
why?
Is a drone that I bought, and I
don't think
can I
that's
make
a
two
correct
statements?
analogy.
Yeah,
Can I make two statements? Just two very quick statements, and then I promise I'll shut up. I promise.
You don't have to shut up.
Firstly, about Mikey's channel, and then I want to pull him up on what he just said. The problem with Mikey's channel is that he is an entertainer, and he is the kind of entertainer that will probably be, if he carries on, he will grow and he will be big one day. He will get a good audience, and you know that because people hate him. And any good entertainer, any good great TV show, there are people out there that hate Game of Thrones, that hate Westworld, but then there's massive audiences that love those shows, and it's the same with Philly. So the fact that you've got people on one end of the scale, the issue that I don't like is people mix that with how he flies his drone.
Yes.
And the problem that Mikey gives himself with that is by not being part 107, he's not able to slap all those people down. And he falls within the cracks.
No, but Sean, then they would say, you know better. You know better. What are you doing? And then I would have to say, hold on, I had a waiver. I get it. I understand. Fuck you. I had the waiver to fly here. All right.
Yeah, which Ken Heron, people like Ken Heron still get that. Herman still gets that. Everybody gets it. Everyone who's 107 still gets people picking them on it.
Go ahead, Herman.
I don't see what you do as far as your flights, that if you have permission to fly in that area, I don't understand.
Yeah. That's what gets me upset, Herman.
Why you think that they would take it away?
The only point that I would make, Michael, is
because of all the complaints, Herman.
You have a right to do it without anybody telling you.
You would have
guarantee you in your pocket you have a driver's license, right?
What?
Yeah. You have a driver's
license.
My
second point.
Yeah.
So somebody issued you a driver's license, but if you took that other thing, it was like, why do I need a driver's license?
I would never say that.
I got a right to drive.
Yeah, but I drive a 4,000-pound vehicle that can kill people up and down the street, Paul. Come on. It's 249 grams.
But a UAV, the licensing goes from 2 point.
Right. But this one, on letter number 7.
55 pounds.
Mike, have you ever been hit in the head with one of those things from 200 feet?
It can't hurt you. I already did it.
You've been hit in the head with it from 200 feet.
I flew this at top speed into the back of my head. The Mavic Mini.
No. I'm talking about the
Phantom 4.
you fly. The
Phantom 4 would hurt you.
Any of those big drones, even your
hurt. Yeah, no, they would hurt. They would hurt.
Mavic too. Yeah.
Hey, but you're in an airspace that's regulated by an agency.
This conversation is exactly what I'm talking about. This is 100% what I'm talking about, and where your weak point is, because by opening it's essentially you open it to subjectivity by not being objective about it, by not having the 107 in place, and therefore having everything. If there's anything someone can shoot you down on, you can be shot down on everything. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's why I say it annoys me about your channel, because people shoot you down on things which they're completely wrong about. But because they can be right on one other tiny thing, nothing to do with the flight you've just taken,
Right.
They feel they've got the right to attack you on everything, and that's what's happening now. We're all sort of,
And
Mikey,
they
you
would
need
do
to.
it with the
Mikey, you
107.
need to. Mikey, you need to. And they would, but you would have that line of
I'd have some
protection.
fight back. I understand.
There would be, if you had the 107, there would be no day where someone could come and take the channel from you and that type of thing. And you would have that legal protection around you. You'd have that curtain.
Right.
But on the good news, Sean, I don't know if you heard it. Tell them about your mini story.
I heard, yeah.
Oh, did you?
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
Got his mini back after what, 3 months?
But here's the thing, guys. Let me just say that if you turn on YouTube, every single channel, every single drone video, just turn one on. Look, drones. Every single video, you see them flying over moving cars. You see people flying over.
You won't find that in any of my flights.
You won't find it in any. You won't find it in AMI either.
Let me see all your flights.
Every single flight on my channel.
That,
Find anything illegal. Find anything illegal on any of my flights. There are about 20 flights on my channel.
Just don't point your camera down at the time.
Exactly. Exactly. So you mean, what can I say?
When you fly to the river, you take and pan the camera down. See all those cars? I'm going, oh my God.
Now, if you live in the middle of nowhere or you're flying in a back lot, I get it. I'm not ridiculous. I absolutely get it. If that's the only place you fly, then yeah, you're going to be legal because what are you looking at though? At that point, then what are you looking at? Other than you're learning how to fly and you enjoy flying. I get it. But I'm talking about anybody flying a product, a building, a something, anything you want to look at. Even, there's people, there's cars. And I'm telling you, I watch YouTube just like everybody else. They're all doing it blatantly.
I don't think you can be blanket like that. I don't think you can be blanket. I agree with you. There are a lot of channels that do blatantly break the law, but there are also a lot of channels that do not. Many channels.
They don't post it, right? They don't post.
No. It's not necessarily. But the flights that are on there, they do not break the law.
They never.
Yeah, or they just don't do it because
I have never flown illegally.
Because like someone like me, Philly, I've never flown in a city or an urban area. That's only just because I don't have the balls to do it. I get really nervous, and I just know I'm better off staying out of places like that. Right. I don't have the balls to do it. So I fly in the sticks, middle of nowhere.
Correct.
Maybe, I'll fly in a suburban area. I'll do that, but it's a lot easier to avoid people in a suburb. It's a lot easier to avoid people, cars. You just have to be careful. Plus,
I agree, John.
I'll cross a road if it's a quiet little, country road, something like that. That's no big deal. Right. But yeah, there are tons of people like me who literally have never flown in a city area.
Correct. I agree with you, John.
Can I say something, Mikey?
Go ahead.
You would not get half of the reports and people would not complain about you half of the time if you didn't stop to say, "Ooh, look down there. There's a car stopped at the stoplight.
I have to.
Look over here.
Herman. I have to. Nowadays, I already know everybody's watching.
That's law.
Everybody's watching. So I have to literally show them, look, it's not a moving car. There's nobody there. Look, I'm not 5 miles from an airport. Every flight has to be that.
So then I would say this, if I cannot be interrupted for a moment. Sorry, Sean.
When did I interrupt you apart from right now?
When you told me I was wrong. That's okay. So anyway, I think Mikey, you like being a little bit, I said rogue, but I'll say rebel. You want to be out there, you want to fly, you want to do what you want to do, a little bit anti-authority stuff going on. It's okay. But
I don't want to hurt anybody. I just don't like.
But here's the deal. You don't want to hurt anyone. I get it all. But to get where you want to go, where you actually want to go, you need your license.
I agree. And I don't argue that.
That's the only thing. Get where you want to go.
Technically, to get where you are right now, you need your license. But yes.
And think about this, Mikey.
I don't know. No, hold on. Back up. No, I don't agree with that because I'll toggle one button. Let me go toggle it. Okay, it's toggled. And I'm still here. It didn't get me anywhere. I'm fat. Wait, hold on. I lost 82 cents. That's it. That's the only difference. I made 82 cents for my videos. 82. I'm
When?
being monetized.
Well, you're talking about AdSense. You're not talking about.
AdSense. Wait, hold on. Yeah, if somebody wants to give me $1, they can give me anything
No,
they
it's
want.
considered income on
No
YouTube.
income.
No.
Yeah, it
no.
is, my
It was
darling.
Not
derived
PayPal,
from
not
your
PayPal.
video.
No.
Mikey,
hold on. If you would like to donate to me,
Mikey,
my
if I
channel-
donate $1,000 to you, it's still considered a transaction, a business transaction.
Yes.
a
It
gift to me.
If I
You gave me a
donate
gift
$1,000 to you right now, it's still a business transaction.
as
You
a
know
gift,
why?
Sherman.
Because I'm going to declare it on my taxes, and then you're going to have to declare it on your taxes to back up what I gave to you. It's a business transaction.
And how do you write off all your drones and write it off your taxes if you're not
I agree.
including
Yeah,
everything?
I don't write them
You
off.
don't.
I don't write them off.
Oh.
I don't declare my drones. I don't
As a
I don't do
107
them
pilot,
crazy.
each battery that you purchase, as
Yeah.
a 107 pilot, each battery that you purchase, each drone that you purchase can
Yeah.
go towards your business. Now,
Well, I
depending
feel
on
like
your-
that's the
at the end
swap.
of the
If I'm
year,
not
you can
doing it, I
consider
don't
it a
deserve the
loss
right.
or a gain.
Yeah, I feel
Depending
like
on your personal interests and or morals, you can declare it a loss or a gain.
All my travel was written off my channel. Everything that I did that I posted videos was written off my channel. I was, and well, maybe you don't pay taxes anyway, Philly. I don't know.
No, I pay
But
taxes, but just
I
not,
could use
not
all
for
my
drone.
write-offs. I use them all. I don't know.
Yeah, well, Val, I'm on welfare. What am I paying? You know, I mean, I'm on welfare. How do I pay
Yeah,
taxes?
I don't think
on
there's really a
welfare?
whole lot for you to write off, but that's
Yeah,
all.
It might not be,
last year I made with all my money $1,240. That's my income. That's what I made. $1,240. So you want me to pay taxes on that?
How do you get all your drones? You can't just make that.
He's got a rich wife.
Hey,
Oh,
Val.
I got a rich
Val.
girlfriend. Yeah,
That
that's
works.
exactly it.
Hold on, Val. Answer to
Exactly
that.
it.
It's hard out there for a pimp when you're trying to make that money for the
I
rent.
sell my body. I sell my body. I'm a whore man. Or a man whore, I think.
Sorry, Mikey, I shouldn't have asked that. But I was just like, really? I didn't know that. I honestly did not know that.
Yeah. No, and I don't get it. So that I don't get another letter. I don't make any money from welfare. I don't get money
Right.
from welfare. I
Right.
get food stamps because I got a fat mouth and I need food. That's it. And I get medical. So if there's anything
Okay.
else, I can give
Okay.
you the numbers to. On letter 7 states that. Anyway, you get it, right? You get it. Hey, my life's always been an open book. I put it all out there.
Oh, I know.
That's
you do
part of
that.
my problem.
It sounds
Well-
like they're begging you to be 107 to me.
Yeah, I know. Listen,
You know, you do you, boo. You know, you do you. And that is at the end of the day, that's what you need to do to be
That's
happy.
what-
That's what you do.
Sean put it correctly that Michael, you are what you are.
Yeah.
But just try and walk the line to your advantage.
Mm.
yeah.
Mikey,
I
all we
you
can
know.
do is point you in the right direction. Now, whether you stray from the path and fall off the cliff is predicated on whether you take the advice to go left when we told you not to go left, or to go right when we told you to go right. That's all we can do. But eventually it will come to a time and point where you're going to say, damn, I should have got that 107.
Mike, I like that video you put out the other day. Now, it wasn't live. You put out a video where you took off from by the right there by the crane. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Now, I understand it's taken you years to develop Philly Drone Life. I understand it's taken you years to develop your fan base. But eventually, they're going to stop sending letters and someone's going to knock on your door. And
Oh, he's had that.
and I know,
Yeah,
but I
it's
know
happened.
you've had
Way
that.
past that.
I know you've had that long enough, but eventually the same way drone flyers find loopholes in the drone laws, they will find loopholes to try and tie you up.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, they're wasting their time, and that's all I could say. There are a lot of people out there looking to do harm with their drone, and the more people that call on me, the more I keep pointing them to YouTube and go, "What about him? And as far as I'm concerned, if that's what they want to do to me, I'm going to point it right back at everybody else. Otherwise, you guys.
We don't do that, Mikey.
That's exactly what you do, because if they're going to
doesn't
listen,
work
if
as a
they're going to put
defensive
me in
thing,
jail,
either.
then you better put you guys in jail too. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. I know it's mean. But I'm not going down for you, and not you personally, but you.
That's
When everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's doing the same thing.
Did you hear what Herman
except for
said?
John.
Did you hear what Herman said?
Wow.
Repeat that. Repeat that, Herman.
That's how they got Paulie.
Come on. Let him come on.
Oh my
Come on.
God.
It's the way I feel about it. It really is.
Jimmy over in the
Because-
meat locker.
Hey, it just
Paul Murray show,
bothers me.
everybody.
What bothers me is Billy Kyle,
This
and I
sounds like
love
the
Billy.
PMS show for sure.
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
love-
not the one on PMS.
Here we go.
Listen to me. When you see big channels, 100,000 plus guys flying over freaking highways
Here we
and
go.
getting 100,000 views, okay? Whoever he is, it's not who I just mentioned. But when you see that, and there's no letter,
The thing is, you don't know that there's no letter that's been sent. Okay, I don't even know who you're
Mikey,
talking
look
about.
at- look at
say
each
it.
one on
I
camera.
say it.
Look
Cut
at
it
each one
out.
on camera.
That's it.
I think
That's
I
it.
know
I'm
who you're talking about
leaving.
there.
I'm leaving. That's it. I'm out of here.
Wait, who said what?
It says Geeks Vana
Billy
put up
ratted
something.
on
Said Billy ratted on me live.
The sick thing about it is he did it in a half a second. He's faster than Pusa. It's
Oh, no.
amazing. Here it is. Oh, but I love him.
Sean is really
Oh,
fast at this
man.
stuff. I just think, you have to
Just leave me
do what you want to
alone.
do, but I will tell you, not everybody breaks the law or flies. Not
Now,
everybody
now.
does it. And I'm not saying you do.
No.
I'm saying not everyone does it.
Can you make it pulsate or flash?
Val, 99%. You're right. There's not anytime you say always or everyone, you're always
Yeah.
going to get in trouble. You can't say
Yeah.
that. But
And the other,
but it's my God.
See, I learned
Yeah,
that with
and the thing
kids
is,
when they
Billy, I'm
walk
sure-
in and we'd go, how many people do this drug, in a school? And they go, everybody does.
You can't.
And then
as
when
soon as
you
do
really
that-
found out, it was like 10%. So
Right.
it just depends on the area you live in and what it is.
Everybody is
doing
in your
it-
circle.
Then you think other people do it. That's all. But I think,
I mean, look,
Billy, you're just, I don't know that you do anything. I just don't understand.
I don't fly over
Just
moving
get
cars.
stitches.
But and you know what they do too? What bothers me at the FAA?
Stitches,
They change the
stitches,
rules.
stitches.
They change. Oh, got it out. Look at it. Dynamic range. #snitches. Oh, he's having a ball. Billy Drone snitch. Oh, come on. Get it out of there. Yeah, I didn't call on anybody. Letter number 6 says you called on me. You called on me. You're coming down with.
Look there,
So,
in and
Billy,
out.
do you know who's called on you?
I do. Yeah.
They kind
More or
of
less. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, we're
What
coming
can
for
do?
you.
Oh, got it.
We're
Look at
coming
this.
for you, Mikey.
Cut it out.
Big-
God,
big-
the
big
sad
Mac
thing
on his
is,
way.
I don't have the guts to call on anybody. No
We're
matter
coming.
what I say, I
Look
can't
at-
do it.
Look at
We're
Navas.
coming for you, Mikey.
Shut up, Lawrence. Shut up. Look at him. Look at
Coming for you.
oh my God.
I found my channel emblem. Oh my God, Sean. That's my channel emblem. That's him.
Coming for you. Coming
Oh,
for you.
bastards.
Oh
coming
my
for
Oh, I
you.
love it.
Cut it
I
out.
love it.
Cut- Listen. Now I forgot my chain of thought. That's not fair.
See?
Sean, that was perfect. And so,
You
and Navas,
bastard.
he's got the
It
rat.
kills me you could do it that quick too.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my God.
I tried to make a video today, guys. I got a nice thumbnail and I'm trying to make a
Oh,
video.
there you go.
Well, here's the problem with that. I'm trying to make a video. That's the problem. The minute I try to script something, I was here for hours repeating the same thing over and over again. Finally, I freaking went on the couch and went to bed. None of it felt right. But yet, if I just wake up and go, all right, here I am, Philly, it comes out beautiful. So I have to wait until I'm just in a mood to where, okay, I know what I want to do and just go do it. The minute I put it on paper, I'm all screwed up. So now I got this great freaking thumbnail and nothing to go with it. And anyway, thanks for letting me share. But it's
FAA sketch.
Love that. You are so good.
Oh my God.
Sean
Is that
is so
amazing?
good.
Is that amazing? Cut it out.
You wired up for the FAA now?
Get it
I love you,
out.
Philly.
Okay,
Ah,
that would
people
make
are
a
taking
really good
screenshots.
thumbnail for you, Philly.
They're taking screenshots, Sean. Stop.
Everybody
Get
do
rid
this.
of it.
It's not like we saying that you're wired up.
Oh
for
my
the
God,
FAA.
that makes such a good thumbnail for your show, and you could talk about FAA snitches.
Yes, that's actually
Snitches
good.
get stitches.
Yes, I want that one. Email it to me. Oh, look at it. Email it to me. I want it. That's my next video. I could do that one.
Yeah,
I
see?
could do that one.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to blame all you guys. Paul, Herman, Lawrence. I'm going to say these guys are at it on me. They were my friends and they've been calling on me the whole time.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing. You could do anything with your drone. And if nobody calls on you, you're fine. As long as you didn't hurt nobody. The minute somebody calls on you, it has to be a case. They look at it. That gets me mad. And I remember what I was going to say. Val, the other thing that bothers me is there used to be something called the 400-400 rule, which meant if you were 400 feet close to a building, you were allowed to go 400
Making Philly
above
memes.
that
Making
building. It was
That's
called
right.
the 400
It's still a rule.
Yes, but now the rule only applies to 107.
107s. Yep, that's right.
Really?
You cannot breach controlled airspace to do it, though.
Right, I'm sure there's
You're
all the
all coming down
appendages.
with me,
Yeah.
Philly.
Cut it out.
I love it. Those are the best thumbnails. So many people would watch
You're
that.
coming down with me. Yes, I love it. I love it. God, Sean, have it. Send me copies. I want copies. This is great. Hashtag FAA.
Hey,
Go
Joe
F
Paul.
yourself. Come on, go with the
John
little.
Paul, hey, what's going on? Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's the first time I heard snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Was when I was talking with Joan Paul and I said, "Oh, I'm going to send your wife a honey-do list because you
Well,
said
coming
this." And
down
I'm going to
with me.
tell
I
her what
love
you
it.
said. First time I ever heard it was from Joan Paul. Those are great, Sean. Those
They
are great.
really are. Wow.
I actually think if Philly used those for thumbnails and actually just riffed off that would be killer.
Yeah, Sean, send me some and I can make a video too about that. That's great. Hey, listen. Hey, let me just end this conversation with this.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. It would benefit me tremendously to
Mhm.
get my 107. Okay, so I'm not arguing that, guys. It is the right thing to do. I do understand that's where our hobby's going. Eventually,
It is.
you're right. Val's
It is.
right.
In a couple
None of
years,
us are
it
going to
is.
be able to fly unless we have a 107 anyway.
Sure.
So why not get it now? I see it.
Does
There-
that sound familiar, Lawrence?
What holds me back is I don't like people. I don't like the government forcing me to do something. That just gets under my skin a little bit. I'll get over it. But it's something that I fight with because I feel like, people gave up their lives for that. And so, but I'll get over it eventually. And you're right. If you want to make money, if you just go, sometimes the way to A to B is the path of least resistance. And that is the path of least resistance.
I think a lot of people think that, Mike. I think a lot of people think that, and they think they're giving up their rights or their freedoms, which is just their freedom. But I get the
Yeah, I
S
hear
on
you.
the end and all that. But I think a lot of people think that, but that's not really what I think. I think
Right.
that I get more privilege,
Yeah.
more rights in the sky. Because from what I'm understanding from the 107 is I get to fly all other kinds of places now. And if I have a waiver, in some places I get to fly and not even have a waiver that you can't fly. It gives me more privilege, more freedom to fly if I have it. So the more I'm learning, the more I'm thinking, why was I going, no, I'm never going to do that? Why was
there was
I
a
ever
time-
saying that?
There was a time, Val, that hobbyists had more freedoms than the 107s. And that's
Yes.
when it first came out. You can only do things as hobbyists, but as a 107, you weren't allowed. And none of it made any sense. They're just now coming along where it makes sense because that's the way it should
Yeah.
be. 107 should be able to fly in places, not the other way around.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's just now coming along, I think.
I
and
think it
getting to
is.
the
I
point.
think it's just this thing that I want to be able to do more stuff if I
You
want to.
should be able to. Yes, I agree with you.
Oh, there's another
Mavic
one.
Mini, the
John.
sequel. The drone is back for
The
revenge.
Mavic Mini, the sequel.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The drone is back for revenge.
Yes,
Oh my
that's
God,
it,
see?
John.
And I love this. It's all black background, right?
Yeah.
That's
You're in
me,
the
black
center,
and
it
red. But
draws the eye.
Yep.
That is a good thumbnail.
That's
yes,
great.
he's
I'm telling you,
freaking awesome.
Sean is a genius when it comes to thumbnails.
Oh, boy, yo, send it to me. He keeps getting, I hate him. In a second, it would take me all day. Look at him, he's moving the drone. Look.
Dynamic range. There it is.
Oh,
love it. I
please,
love it.
Johnny, please. I love him.
See, those are,
Guys, please hit the button. You're getting this for free. Hit the thumb at least. How many thumbs you got, Paul? I see two
not
people.
enough.
Not
I'm
enough.
hitting
Hit
thumb
the
up.
thumb.
I got enough.
Snitches don't get thumbnails, he wrote.
I hear you.
Niches don't get thumbnails.
Oh, come on.
Sean, you're so bad.
I know.
I would never rat.
I do it
can't-
because I love him.
I could never rat. Come on. It takes too much work, man. That's what I don't understand. Think about this, guys. If you call the FAA, it's a process. Trust me, I've had to do it.
Yeah.
It's an all-day process. To
I believe
think
it.
that somebody spent so much time every day trying to get me in trouble. They really don't like me because it's not easy. It's not easy. Trust me. I wouldn't give that much energy to anyone. I really wouldn't.
Well, I think, Mikey, someone's trying to prove a point.
yeah.
And so that's why they're doing it. And I can't imagine there's tons of people doing it. I think it comes down to one or two people doing it. But I think it's because they want to prove a point, whatever their point is, good, evil, right, wrong. It's just whatever their personal thing is.
Mikey,
But
you know-
you know that they're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mikey,
What a waste of
everybody
time.
loves you, right?
Yeah, I know.
It is so simple to report illegal drone flying. It's as simple as this link in the chat right now. It's that freaking simple. Click on the
Oh,
link
really?
and see. Yes, they can report you while you're sitting in your living room right now. It's that simple
Let me
due to this
see.
link right here.
I never saw you.
Okay.
You're a link monster, dude.
Oh, look
right.
at that.
Listen, and it goes into detail. It goes into detail. This is the FAA's way to do it. Now, before you used to be able to actually call them up. Now you can report someone anonymously. Therefore, leaving the reporter, who's reporting the person, out of it. Once you click send on this form here, you
I don't see
report
the
it
form.
anonymously. And if you have a website or YouTube channel,
Reporting.
you're allowed to put this information in.
Yeah, they did it
Okay.
like 311.
It's that simple, Mikey. And you got to think about this. And when people are reporting you, it's only because you're doing something that they're not or
Correct.
don't have the balls to do. But
Correct.
you can't take that.
Or
as
you're doing it
negative.
good.
You can't take that as negative.
Kind of, sort of.
Well, I think there are occasions when people see things and they're really worried about how someone is flying. I've seen that on
Might be.
YouTube when people have posted videos. People get upset because they go, hey, you shouldn't have been flying. This was a restricted area, or this was this area, or you were in Manhattan and you shouldn't have been.
Right. Like how
see
many
all that
times have
kind of
you
stuff.
heard, Mikey, that you can't fly in New York City? If that were freaking true, you would know how many thousands of people would be arrested
I'd be broke.
Yep.
in New York City alone.
Oh
if
yeah,
that
but you
were
hear
true.
it all the time.
I'd be
If that were
broken.
true, till today, they still present day tell people it's illegal to fly in New York City, and that's bullshit.
But you can't fly Manhattan.
Yes, you're not supposed. You can't fly in Manhattan.
Unless
You're
you
not
get a
get a
waiver.
supposed to,
waiver.
but you can if you're 107 license and have a waiver to fly that skyscraper
Val,
or
you
that
get
venue
Lance approval in certain places in Manhattan because it's out of
outside of airspace, but they still say Manhattan's illegal.
Yeah.
There are places outside of airspace, outside of Class B airspace in Manhattan. That you, oh no, FAA,
Wanted, FAA most
I've
wanted.
just
You
sorry
gotta
to
see this,
interrupt, but
Mikey.
I've just
Look at-
found this
look at-
online.
Look
I'm a
at
little bit
Sean's
concerned.
screen, Michael.
how much is it? 10,000?
most wanted
10,000.
Last seen
If
chasing
that was
Havoc
real,
Minnie.
Michael turned himself in.
Yeah, I can use the mic.
Last seen changing public views.
Yeah, I got him here. I got him here. He's
Yeah.
right now.
I'll split it with you. I'll split it with you, Herman. I'll turn
Okay.
myself in.
How soon do I get the check? Because I want to order a drone.
Last seen chasing Mavic Mini. No way.
What'd you say, Herman? You've been following this guy for a while?
You, you.
$10,000. That'd be a big drone.
You're lucky you live all the way over there, you.
You're a couple.
Huge drone.
Keep him coming, Sean. Just keep him coming. He loves it.
Yeah.
They give him some more ideas, right?
I hope they're all being sent. I hope I'm going to check my email. And I got
I'll be checking it now.
Yeah, each one of them's a video for me. And that's a free thumbnail. There. Oh, guys. All right. Let's see. Listen, guys, you gotta fly by the rules when you're flying. You know, you should.
Oh, right here where you saw Michael turn over a new leaf, right before you.
No, you have to. I never fly over moving cars. Never. You know, that's the one thing that bothered. There's two things actually. That's my next video. Two things that really go up the FAA's butt. The two things that drive them crazy is crowds of people and moving cars. They pretty much don't care about anything else. And I don't take that literally, please. But the two things they really don't like are moving vehicles and crowds of people. They don't.
Well, there's three. There's three. The third one being flying in no-fly zones.
Oh, right. That's
right.
That's a given. Yeah. But DJI drones don't take off, Paul, and no-fly zones, and that's kind of, you know what I mean. That's a big help. Now, if you have
yours
it modded,
don't.
they do. Yeah, I don't mod my drones. I don't agree with that. Yeah, I want them to fly just the way the manufacturer makes them. You know, I believe once you start messing with that software, anything can happen. Although I do like some of the things you can do in the software, like the speed. And
you know
I
what?
like that.
The software does recognize when you're flying in you know, different airspace. You know, that's why when you say that, oh, I was flying in this and I don't have to, yeah, like certain permissions and stuff, like we talk about waivers. I thought that's why they created Lance in the beginning, was for 107 pilots originally to be able to get quicker approval.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I don't know, but hey, to each his own.
Well, I'm going to give everybody.
I think it works.
I'm going to give everybody a chance to say goodbye.
Oh.
7 o'clock, and I know that Novice eats. He'll start eating.
I was eating in the background.
Yeah, there you go.
Sean, I wanted to thank you for earlier.
What happened?
No, I was thanking Sean for the things he said about me earlier.
Oh, that's cool, man. I was so pleased to see you on there. So
I didn't expect for them to play it.
if I see someone from our community on there, I'm like, bang that drum.
Yeah, that's good.
What did
And
I say? What did I miss?
Michael's going to go back to study.
No, your boy Herman was featured on Ken Herron's video.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
He has a live stream during the week looking at people's videos and critiquing them. And Herman was here's Mikey.
Yeah. Cut it out.
And
He's good. He is good. He is good.
He was critiquing Herman's video, and Herman sent him 4 videos. So Ash, droning on, asked him to let's look at Herman's video. So
Nice.
Herman got featured on the Ken Herron's live
Yep.
stream this afternoon.
Yep.
I actually bust up his
like
live
the
stream
fact
twice.
that you were on there, right?
Huh?
They like the fact that you introduced it and that you finished it off.
Yeah, he liked the way I structured the video and stuff like that. He thought I was yelling at everyone because of the sound of, the water was so loud at the at Croton. So I just felt the need to speak a little louder. He thought I was
Hold on. Who the hell is he critiquing you? That bothers me.
No, that's the purpose of the live stream.
Bother me.
That's the purpose of his that particular live stream.
What
That was
video
the
is this?
purpose
What
of
show
it.
is this? I gotta
Ken
get
Herron's got a new show now. It's
Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Constructive
well, okay.
criticism.
Now I get it.
Constructive, yeah.
Okay.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's pretty good though.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mikey,
that makes
now you got a drone that you sent through the door. There it is.
He's something.
You know what? Try
Anyway,
to
guys.
shine it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if anybody out there, be good, man. I just do this just to entertain you guys, to give you something to watch, to share my joy of droning to you. If you want me to stop, just let me know. I'll stop. I'll still fly, but I won't post. If you don't enjoy it and you feel like I break every law out there, I'll stop.
Oh no! What's
You
this?
ain't watch.
It with a drone.
Right
Instead of the balloon, it's a drone.
So, Mikey, if they watch, you keep doing it.
Yeah.
You just put your head on the little kid, Mikey. Look, there it is. There it is. There you go.
Oh my God.
You're lucky I got a good sense of humor.
That's the only reason I'm doing it to you, Mikey.
Oh, he's killing me. He's killing me. I'm the butt of everybody's joke. Poos is rolling over here. This is his shot. He's going, oh my God, with that freaking Sean.
Mikey, guess what? It wouldn't happen if no one cared.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right, Herman. You're right. I guess you're right. Hey, on the brighter side of things, Billy called, asked me to go flying. I feel special.
Have fun.
Okay.
That will be fun. Billy's
Yeah.
a good boy.
Billy, he's a great kid.
Yeah.
They break them for him too. I talked to
Philly?
him about like,
Philly?
yeah, no,
After what you said earlier, did he ask you to bring a shovel with you?
no, he didn't.
He said, bring a shovel, some plastic coverings.
Yeah. They're gonna go very
And
small.
a
Chains.
tarp. Yep.
Oh man! All right, boy. Oh boy, you
So,
can't. let
Mikey, you
something
set yourself
down.
up for all of that.
Yeah, I know. You just.
You set yourself
What
up for all of
happens
that.
when
I
you
love
go
you,
when you
Mikey.
go against the grain? But guess what? It's what I do. It's what I do.
Plastic tarps.
I'm okay being there. And plastic box. Okay. All right. So anyway, bye-bye, guys. I'll
Okay,
see you in the
Michael.
next one.
Everybody
Later,
in the
guys.
chat, thanks for coming in.
Guys,
And
later.
Herman, I'll hit you up
you.
in a minute when I step outside.
to my friends for being
Okay.
here. And we will see you all again next time. And Wednesday night is those guys again on Phantom Flight 101. And during the and Val has got the fly tomorrow, right?
So at so Geek Savannah is going to come on, and he's going to come. I believe it's
I'm live streaming tomorrow myself. Yeah,
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 5
that's
o'clock.
what I'm saying. You're coming on.
that'll be
And
fun.
He's going to be talking with someone from NASA.
NASA.
Yeah, Dr. Pascal Lee, who's the NASA director of the Horton Mars project. He's basically one of the people responsible for sending drones to Mars. So he's coming on to chat to us about his work.
Yeah, I'm taking all the screenshots I can right now of Sean. So when he gets too bougie to hang with us, I can start making my own thumbnails.
This again.
Hey, Sean,
again.
Make sure you tell him that Michael says that
There you go.
they should consider the Mavic Mini for the Mars shot because it goes away, but eventually comes back.
So guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Sean. Hit the bell. He's already got the reminder up for that show. It should be really informative. I know you're going to love it. Then at 7 Eastern tomorrow night, I'll be on with Val's Live. We'll be talking to our viewers. And then 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll have game night with Velocidrone. So I hope
you
guys
have Velocidrone a
all
little
of us.
earlier sometimes during the week.
And
Yes, if someone asks me to, I will.
Game
I'll also be on tomorrow night at 9
I would
o'clock
love
with
you
the
to
Billy
be
and
on.
Ron show.
Yeah, Philly and Ron's on tomorrow night at 9.
And
And the Philly and Ron show is really good.
Yeah. And also Novice Squads is on Sunday nights at 5 o'clock.
I got a whole week to go. I'm good.
Yeah.
And our dear friend Roger, Canadian Drone Hub, is on 7 days a week in the morning at 9 o'clock Eastern, and he's also on Friday night
at 9.
Saturday night, and
Tonight at 9.
and Monday night at 9.
And 24/7.
Yeah.
Just turn it on, and there he is.
I'm gonna
My
send
Thank
you
God,
guys-
there he is.
I'm gonna send you guys TV guides for Christmas.
Yeah.
Hard to follow, yeah?
Well, you know what? Maybe we should have Sean is so good at this. If he could make a poster of who's on when everywhere.
Oh my gosh. It's so hard.
But then it changes, doesn't it? Is there?
Yep.
It does all the time.
Okay, drone shots. Glad you're here,
Later,
but we are
everyone.
just about to leave.
Bye.
And so everybody take care. Lawrence is hungry and
Go sub to Philly.
go sub to Philly.
Oh. He's still hot, boy. He wants to do a whole nother show.
He's on a roll.
He's on it. He was killing me.
Oh,
Great ideas.
On free Philly Hickey.
All right, kill that show.
Okay, everybody, take care. We'll see you again next time on Live from Studio B. See everybody.
Goodbye.
good night. Don't forget to